Howdy, 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 howdy. How are we all? Alright, so we're going to be talking about music here, but feel free to chime in with anything you got to say, any kind of stuff. Nothing's off the table. I don't care. I'm an open book. I don't give a shit. So, I thought we would like to start out. Go ahead and give some helpful stuff. You know what I mean? Check out some current sales that are going on right now and stuff. I'm not affiliated with any of these people, so and this is mostly free stuff. So no, it's nothing like I'm trying to sell or anything like that. Let's go to the screen here. Manja 2. Boom. Revolver is free. See, you can get that. Oh, that's wrong. Click there. Go click there. Free for life. Download there. What you can do with Revolver free a lot. I got some. You want to listen to some I'd rather just listen to guitar. It sounds really good. I can demo almost all of these. I haven't got. No, I might have got Guitar Rig 7 by now. But content included. Revolver. This isn't all the stuff that comes with it, but there's like if you got the pro version, this will come with the Revolver. It's a lot of stuff, and it's really cool. I think the free one comes with like the Marshall or maybe the Bluesmaker, and then like a clean and a couple of cabinets. So I mean, it's really cool because I know the old way you could buy cabinets by themselves. Let me see if I can still have a shop or not. So if you did want to buy extra stuff, stomach there. No, where's the store? The store used to be here where you could, you gotta have the download thing, Yeah, here's a bunch of new stuff like Head Rush, and these Head Rush, I think they can be loaded into Revolver now. You got a whole bunch of new options there. So that's the number one. I already did 50 drum starts. There we go. THU Essentials. This is from Overloud. This is a really good amp. I have this one. I had the free Essentials, and they had like a thing where if you get the like one of their like the cabinet packs or an amp pack, you get upgraded to version 2. Still waiting on a reply to find out if that's like version 2 Pro. But I went ahead and bought the pack, but it didn't give me like an upgrade of any kind, other than like I opened it up and said it was in version 2. I mean, maybe they didn't. I mean, they didn't mean upgrade to Pro, but I didn't see any other version. If I can show you this real quick, like products. There's the essential one, right? And then there's THU. I guess this is the old one, so you can upgrade THU. Here's THU2, $29. They're saying for right now you can get a free upgrade if you purchase any THU expansion such as Rig Library, Artist Pack, THVU. Licenses will be upgraded to VHT for free. But that's what the thing. I didn't have a THU V1. Anyway, guys, it's all good because I have this and it's got several like really great amp models. Maybe I'll pull them up here for too long. I mean, I won't necessarily run through them, but I'll show off what it comes with. What I have, like the THU Essential, and what I got for $39. If I would have known that, I probably would have just gone with the $29 expansion. The only reason I didn't is because it didn't show any other version here that you could get like a lesser version, you know. So when I said upgrade to version 2, I was like, okay, cool. THU upgrade. By purchasing this product, you will upgrade whatever. And the one I got said that. It must mean like regular, just, you know, the basis model. You buy a THU, the one that's one of these packs, and they give you THU Essential for free. Is probably what they're saying. THU2 Essential. It's a weird way of wording it, but, you know. But yeah, so anyways, that one's free. You can get that for free, and then you can upgrade if you want to for $30 and get some more gear, more amps and stuff like that. There's like a ton of different. You can check that out of the products. I'm not going to check it out. I've already been and checked it out. There's a bunch that are like $29. I think there's a couple that might be $19. There's some that are $39. A couple that are $49. So give it a look out if you want to check it out, man. It's a pretty good deal. Guitar Rig 7 again is free. See, free download with complete start. So you get this. I wish I just showed the guitar, man. Hello to anybody's out there. Let's see. I see him. Free factory selection, details on the factory selection, amp and effects. What do you get? Okay. So you get a jump and fire sticker. You get these things right here for free. Okay. Tube screamer, chorus. All the stuff comes free in the thing, I believe. That's what they're saying. And let's go ahead and check and see what they say about the studio tools. Okay. Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's all the stuff that you get for free right there. That's another amplifier. Again, there's just no reason not to anymore. With a good set of headphones, that Sienna that can room correct and stuff, there's just no reason to not get in there and really, really, really fine tune and get in depth with it, because you have, like, if nothing else, you have these amps right here. Each one of them has their own free setup. You know which one to come with it free. So each one is got his own characters and stuff. So, yeah, and they're all done with different modeling. So there's no reason not to get in there and do something. They even have it for OS or iOS, yeah, mobile. So, Bias Effects, there's one that was free. I don't remember where that one. They may not be doing it anymore. It's like Bias Effects 2 Essential type thing. It was very stripped down, and you can get it free. Yeah, they've changed things again, so they may have gotten rid of it. Well, everybody loves that clone drive, don't they? They look cool. But let's see here. Yeah, anyways, that one's got a free one there, and then there's Amplitude CS free. So you might get one amp. I don't know. Oh, no, I know for a fact that if you get the CS, it comes with several. 10 stomps, 5 amps, 6 cabinets with 4 speakers, selectable speakers, 3 movable mics, 6 rooms, and 6 racks. Again, free. Just free. Why not have it, you know? And then we go through here. Audio Assault. Again, the amp locker is free. Then you have bass locker. is free. This bass TR, see, free. And then presets MIDI. Where is it? The analog bundle. This is free. Well, there's a you can download it. Not Amp Locker. If you get it for $49 for the Mix Locker, which is free. This is all the stuff that comes in the $49 pack, and you can download Amp Locker. And when you get Amp Locker, all these work inside Amp Locker. Is that sweet or what? So I might get that. Don't know for sure just yet. I mean, I don't really need anything, but it's pretty dope. So, and then lastly, as much as I don't really like BFD, I mean, I don't like in music. They are right now the new. If you're starting new with BFD3, it's probably every bit as amazing as I remember it being when I first started. And I'll get things converted, and I'll get back to the way it was, but it's just going to be a pain in the ass to get back to just where it was when it was working. So, but then again, like I said, as you can see, they're going with the fucking lame, easy drummer look. I get that's what everybody's used to. Everybody wants. You can't come up with anything else. I mean, at all. Something, anything? No? Okay, just following the path of those that are making money, right? Fight the good fight. Try and find some actual talented drummers out there, you know? And get them to sample it, you know, with an Alesis kit, like the highest end Alesis kit, and which is the Strata, I believe, and use BFD, not this one, but BFD 3, and let them trigger that shit and have it play, and then get their honest opinion about it. Especially if you can record them playing while they have the headphones on and record an output to yourself, so you can hear exactly what they're doing. They can request, like, yeah, you got a DW kick? Yeah, doom, 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 doom. That one right there, okay? Snare, pow, pow. Yeah, I can get a little more crack. Yeah, there you go. And the toms, can I get matching toms with it? Doom, doom, doom. Like that, yeah. Ride. What, you got one Sabian, Paiste? You got a Zildjian? Yeah. You put it in there, what size? 20? Okay, boom. Or 22? Yeah, boom. And what means is the other two cymbals. They list them out, and then, like, record him playing as he's actually playing. Okay, the shit, that sounds really good. It's got it's got the difference. Okay, sweet. And they're like, dude, actually, I might and then, like, change the kit up on him, to some other presets done by, like, get someone that's actually skilled at it and make some dope-ass presets. See if Joe Barresi will make some presets for you. If Andy Johns, Jim Scott, if they'll make presets for, like, BFD3 and some presets for their old kits, So that way you kind of, hey, you got the presets already. You just don't have the packs. You need to go get the Jim Scott pack, you know what I mean? And or for other packs that are not included. So if nothing else, like some presets for, like, EQing and stuff like that. And that way it makes it a little bit easier to plug and play. And then those people that want to do the plug and play thing, is a little bit easier for them. With the beat thing, the section I showed it, the beat section is pretty dope. If it had the same kind of, like, find a beat easily, like Easy Drummer has, it would be no contest. None whatsoever. Is it deep? Yeah. But you could find, like, this, if you wanted to have that kind of look, have a very stripped down look like that for the player, for people that want to do easy. And so that there's, like, a player mode, there's a producer mode. And so this is free, but then at the top right here, if you have the producer mode on the BFD3, they'll be like this mode, producer mode, blah 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 blah. And when you get a producer mode, it does a top down kind of look where it's more looking at the whatever, and you're not looking at the shit. It's not a preset, and you can actually, instead of just having the preset of the drums, now you can look at all the fucking effects and all the stuff that they have on there. And like, okay, I see what you got going. Why don't we try this other kick? Why don't we try that? No, I want that kick. Okay, why don't we tighten this up? Make sure that it fits the song correctly. They can come in with the free pack and, like, okay, I've got that pack and I've got the professional pack, so let's go ahead and really detail this fucking thing. Now you're cross grading between taking your sound on the road, especially if BFD is the main engine in your module, and you tell the people that it can hold, like, 1 to 2 kits inside of there. Like you can either get the studio pack, you know what I mean, like what that has all those digital sounds, or you can get like 2 kits from their server. If you want to buy that, it comes with 2 kits, which is more than you get when you buy a regular drum kit. And they're very sample, very detailed. It's got a full kit of snare, kick, and maybe a couple extra kicks and a couple extra snares per kit. You can choose which kit you want, and then it's like a set of cymbals that go with all of the different packs. You know what I mean? So that way you're not getting like a huge ton of different stuff. There could be like 2 or 3 cymbal packs you can choose from. You get one of them that's got like a nice set of cymbals, and then yeah, I mean that would be so dope. And then as far as putting any more in stuff on there, it can't fit onto the drum brain. You have to provide the SD card. 128 gigs will be enough to store, 8 kits or however much it is, Because I think, my entire thing is like 700 gigs now instead of being 1.3 terabytes. So if you had like a terabyte drive, it can support a terabyte standalone hard drive. So you have to bring that. That's on you. You can hold 2 kits in there. You can unload a kit and then load another. You know what I mean? If you get rid of the John Bonham kit, you can load on another kit, but it can only hold 2 at a time. However many you own and what pieces you take with you, that's up to you. Like if you want to swap out some extra, it can have like 4 extras per snares per kit. If you want to swap out some of your others, that's your business. If you want to swap out some for the extra kicks, if you want to swap out some of your extra for that, that's your business. So that way, at least while you're playing, you can swap between the kicks and the snare really fast, really easy. The toms stay about the same. The cymbals stay the same. There's no loading of those. It just loads the kick and the snare just like you would in the studio. That's the main ones that you change anyways. And you could do that from a player interface like this. Just click on that and say which one you want. Like while this, hey Cleveland, how you doing? While he's vamping, you just click that. Or if that, just go over here and load preset and your song. Boom. It all has to change. It's the foot and the snare, and maybe the hi-hat, and maybe the ride. Done. And you just give him the thumbs up when you're ready to roll. Like, all right, this next song is, and you can take off. It'd be dope, man. So, anyways, again, how's everybody doing? World's coming to an end. I don't even care. As I can have my limo, as long as I can have my limo and my orange hair. And it don't bother me. People think I'm funny because I'm a big rock star and I'm making lots of money. Money. It's so funny how many people have covered earache my eye. It's like a rite of passage if you're gonna be in a real band. This is my thinking cap. It's pretty cunning, don't you think? I think it is. The hero of Canton, the man they call Jane. But yeah, no, it's just funny how many people have covered earache my eye. And it's not a serious band or anything like that, but they still won the Battle of the Bands. Such a good film, dude. We need a new, like Up in Smoke. And I wouldn't mind having like Cheech and Chong, in it or something like that. But it needs to be it needs to be its own thing now. I've noticed that music is changing, and so is the writing and the comedy. And I think that's what it does, because if you look at, I know this is music talk, but music and comedy go together. If you look at the last big comedy boom, it was right before the big music boom. And look before that, the last big comedy boom with George Carlin, whatever, another set of music boom. It's like they go hand in hand. In fact, comedians often open for musicians. Very weird, right? But Bob Goldthwait opened for Nirvana. It's crazy, but it's actually, it makes sense and goes together. You know what I mean? Like, this is my favorite comedian, get you guys laughing, get you in a good mood. Plus, on top of that, there's whatever you think about music, you're here to see Nirvana. So whatever band comes out, you're kind of like, dude, just come on, just go, But a comedian's like, warming up the crowd. He's just kind of talking to you, and you kind of just like, yeah. Oh man, fuck yeah, Bob Goldthwait. What the fuck happened to you, dude? and he's doing this comedy and. All right, you ready to see Nirvana? All right, that kind of shit and. Nirvana! I can see that shit, and then they come out. There've been many comedians that open for musicians. It makes sense. They're very smart, very astute people. And if you're a very smart, very astute musician, you want to be around similar type people. Like I would want to meet Pete Holmes, like a motherfucker. I'd want to meet Nathaniel McIntosh, Josh Johnson, Steve Hofstetter, because comedy is just so brutal, dude. It's so devastatingly like fucking. If you ever get a chance to take on a comedian, don't. Just don't. Just don't. Especially if he's on stage with a microphone. One, he's on stage with a microphone. You are not going to be louder than them, no matter how hard you try. And even if you try, the sound guy can just crank the volume up. You're not going to win it. Two, this guy thinks of jokes for a living. Yes, he's kind of on autopilot as he's telling the jokes that he rehearsed, because he knows how to deliver them or whatever. And so that person in the crowd might see that and be like, dude, this is, either that I've seen your act before and this, and they want to throw something out because they've seen it before. Just don't. Just don't. Because they're usually waiting for a chance. You think just because they've rehearsed, they haven't rehearsed a rebuttal? This probably piss off a Trump supporter. What would they possibly say? Let me research and investigate everything they could possibly say. I mean, the counter, their side of it. Let's see what they have to say about this subject. Since this will probably piss off a Trump supporter. If it pisses off a fucking liberal, if it pisses off women, let's look at if it pisses off men. Whoever pisses off, it just pisses you off, and then we're going to go dig down into your shit and find out your hypocrisy. If you laugh at the joke because it's a funny joke, then you can just keep moving on, because it's just a joke. But if you have to get hurt, he took his lumps, I'll take my lumps. I'm going to laugh my ass off. I've got a sense of humor. Oh, God, I hope it would rip it, you know what I mean? I'd hope so. What the fuck's with that hat, man? Let me have it, Steve. Just go ahead. Lay at it. Because he just reads people very quickly and just breaks them the fuck down. If you ever watch any of his fucking shit, Josh Johnson, and it's also another one that's kind of changing the way comedy goes. Like the old comedy, and and Steve is kind of doing this, and it's like it's a different time, right? Like back in the 80s and stuff, it was like punchline, something kind of poignant, followed by punchline to make sure that you're not getting too serious. Punchline, something kind of serious. Punchline, call back to the very first punchline, I'm out. If you watch all of them, they're pretty much like that. And so it's just hitting, and people are laughing the whole time. Looks like a little bit of lull to kind of give you a break, especially if that last one's like a big laugh. You want to kind of give them a chance to break down and whatever. And it seems like you're going somewhere serious, and you're like, and then it is. So when it comes to Sean Combs, and then everybody's like, oh shit, because you've been talking about something, you like the prices of stuff, like exactly how much does 1,000 bottles of baby lotion cost? And everyone's like, oh shit, damn. Why do you need 1,000 bottles? What? Like I said, you were just talking about something pretty serious, and all of a sudden it just shifts over there really hard, and then you go back into punchline. They're changing it where it's more like, they kind of tell a poignant story. That's it's kind of related to the news, and it's kind of telling different sides of things, and you're just getting kind of deep, really deep conversation. And just before it gets deep, and you're almost like in a lecture, it's like, boom, punchline, and then it was and it's a really good punchline, and then a couple punchlines, and then they go again to a pretty long speech about something that's relevant, politically relevant or whatever, newsworthy, whatever, something that people are talking about. Yeah. Nathaniel McIntosh has got his own YouTube page. Josh does. I'm sure they all. Yeah, Steve Hofstetter. They all got their own page, but they're Josh Johnson. Is that the one I was talking about? No, Nathaniel McIntosh. He's fucking funny dude. He's fucking hilarious. but he does broadcasting from his house also, and just gives like rants and stuff like that, and it's yeah, funny shit. So yeah, so I mean, it seems like comedy is changing a bit. Gerard Carmichael kind of broke some mold with his Rothaniel, you know, because up until that point, he like I really liked his comedy before then. It was really funny. It was very very funny and very poignant. And if he had just been gay the whole time, that would have been whatever. But during the parts in there, he made a lot of made several jokes about being straight, and like it's kind of feels like you're lied to. I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know. It's weird to watch it again as he's sitting there kind of like flirting with a girl in the audience, you know. But then now that you've seen Nathaniel, you know that he's actually gay. It's kind of like going to watch Anne Heche the weekend. She announced she's gay, starring opposite Harrison Ford. I'm not buying it because you just announced that you're gay. And I mean, it'd been one thing if like it's been a year and you've been gay, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, yeah, it's just whatever. Now you're just playing a character, but it's like that's fresh on your mind going in. You know what I mean? It's just fresh on your mind, and you're just like, the news just hit, and she's trying to kiss on some guy, and you're like, I'm not buying it. And on top of that, I see the hesitance, you know, even if you're making it up, whatever. So yeah, I'm not buying her. You know, I mean, it just happens. Your prejudice starts to paint the picture you want to see. Maybe I'll be guilty of that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see. I don't think so, man. Because every time I go, like, yeah, I don't get into that. Suck music, man. Like, I just like everything. I like reggae. I like hip hop. I like jazz. I like metal. I like alternative, grunge. I prefer alternative because that covers like REM to the Seattle scene to fucking I keep thinking of their albums, Smashing Pumpkins to Dinosaur Jr., Sonic Youth. All those bands are out there, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there besides just Nirvana and those big four, although those were probably the dominant ones. Keeps going out. So I get it, but I mean, dial it back just a little bit. You see that there's 4 Non-Blondes were there. You know what I mean? They were dope. And the only reason I really didn't kind of keep up with them too much is because of the fact that I had heard that she died of a heroin overdose. It was back in the 90s, man. You couldn't fact check nothing. So you're like, oh, shit. And like, I didn't want to really get into their shit. And then like, Sublime, had just kind of done that shit, and there's other bands that are, people dying of heroin. And so like to hear that, it was like, fuck, it kind of makes sense. I mean, she had dreads and stuff and, you know. Linda Perry. Linda Perry's version of Beautiful is so much better than Christina Aguilera's. So much better. You feel it a whole lot more. And that's important, when you listen to a song. It's like, I mean, like when you listen to Hendrix, you're not sitting there going, this dude can sing. You're just not, it's just not. But that's not the part of it. Like there's Eddie Kramer. Jimmy always tried to hide behind stuff so you didn't see him while he's singing. And he's like, I don't like my voice, I don't like my voice. And he's like, I know you don't like it, and it's not the sound. You have a tone. I mean, it just goes with your music. You just have a thing that goes with your music. Just do it, man, Don't be, worried about that shit. Time that your syncopation with your guitar playing, just do it, dude. Don't worry about it. Sound. It sounds great. It's just, I get it doesn't sound like probably what you want it to sound like in your head, but to us, we don't hear. I mean, listen to Billy Corgan. If you get him to try and sing like any other stuff besides, Smashing Pumpkins, probably with the guitars and stuff, frequency tuned for his voice. Oh, you probably wouldn't want to hear it. You know what I mean? It's mine on my range. I am still just a brat on the stage. Oh, sorry, rat in the cage. Brat on the stage. I don't know. I didn't have any problem, but then he just kind of fucking just went on the dick end. You know what I mean? Otherwise, he's being questioned by they're getting ready to get on the tour bus, and one of their famous songs is like I think 1976, and like maybe this guy didn't follow Smashing Pumpkins like immediately like really closely, but he knew him enough to like go buy the ticket and go see them. I guarantee that won't happen ever again. And he probably tell the rest of his friends too, because he's like, the guys were like, there's some guy, interviewing him, like, so blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, yeah, our music, we're going to be recording the new album, blah, blah, blah. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, he's about to answer another question that the guy had asked. And then the guy in the crowd goes, Billy, why didn't you guys play 1976? Not missing a beat. Billy just looks at him and goes, because of assholes like you, and gets on the fucking bus and leaves. A fan that wanted to hear a song that you put out. I get, like, I mean, if it was one of those ones that's kind of like, Smells Like Teen Spirit is driving you nuts, and you kind of have to play it because, I mean, imagine Rolling Stones not playing Start It Up, or, I mean, it just, can't always get what you want. Yeah, I mean, there's certain ones you expect to see. There's certain ones you expect to hear, I should say, because it's audio. But, yeah. Man, I love music, dude. I love it. It's just so much. Just the vibrations of it, hitting the skin. If anyone's tuning in late or anything like that, feel free to, chat in there and the thing. I'll still get back to you just because it's not live doesn't mean I won't talk. There's nothing anyways, so I'm going to try and get my, I'm getting really stoned for a change. Holy shit. Oh, those edibles are probably kicking in too. Yeah, I ate a bunch earlier because, I mean, I'm an opiate addict, and I'm trying not to take my opiates. I still have tramadol because I have depression. So we're trying to swap out Lexapro because tramadol has a serotonin booster, and that's why I've been on it. Like, that's why it's been working this whole time. Despite all the other, the OxyContin, oxymorphone, hydromorphone, hydrocontin, all the all the different things. I don't think they had hydrocontin. It's hydro. It was something extended release. And through all the stuff, I went through fentanyl patches, morphine, you name it, and there just wasn't a whole lot that worked besides oxymorphone, and then oxycodone with extra. Oxycodone, because I was on oxymorphone 40s, which is stronger than oxycodone 30s, of course, and even stronger than oxycodone 40s. So they gave me the oxycodone 30s and then like 4 Percocet a day because I could go up to 16. My formulary would cover up to 16 before, So there's a lot of play between there. If it was extended release, it wouldn't be as many. I could go like to 3 a day and then 40 milligrams twice a day and then 40 3 times a day. Not something I really wanted to do. Percocet works really too well with me. It's one of those ones, if I have like a couple, that's better than having a month's supply. Much better. Because then it's just like, there's nothing I can do. That was a cool 2 days. It's over. Nothing else to do, man. Because we're not going that route. Man, my back will not pop quite all the way. But no, I mean, let's get a poll going. Do you like music? Yes, no. Yes, I think so. You what? So here we go. Start a poll here. Do you like music? Yes, I think so. And you what? And yes, the vibrations feel nice. I don't think I've ever met someone who said, no, I don't like music. Of course, I have a cousin. He's not the exception to the rule, but he said that he enjoys music as background, but he just doesn't have like a favorite like type of music. And I was just like, what? Like, yeah, I don't have a favorite type of music. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I don't, have to connect to it and stuff. Like, yeah, I just never really connected to it. It's like I like it, and the background stuff. I like being in the background. I just don't. And it's just so foreign to me because of how the first time when I heard music, of course I loved it, but I saw a bass that was in parts. It was my half brother's, and he was wanting to know if I wanted to buy it. I was like fucking 7 years old, man, and it was like gonna be $100 for the bass and then $100 to get it repaired. And I just saw it. As soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted it. I knew it. It was it was intense. I was like, oh, I don't know what that is, but I want it. I've seen the ones with 6 strings. I was like, oh, only 4 strings. Oh, I could probably do. I don't know about 6, but I could do 4. I know I could do 4. I know I could do 4, but I can come with the money. And so yeah, that was always in the back of my head. I moved down south into Louisiana, and somewhere like 8 or 9, maybe 10, I got a Casio keyboard. Um, so I was playing around with that. I was learning like Lean on Me and um, a few other little things. Not much, like Joy to the World and stuff, and um, yeah, little simple things that I could do like pretty much with one hand, you know. And then either that or 2 hands doing the exact same thing. They're cloning each other. I couldn't do 2 separate things. I never could. I still keep forgetting to try and cross, because like I said, I skate goofy foot. So maybe that's what it's going to take. I don't know. I really don't know. Um, but, it'd be so weird. I would hate myself if I had to play like this. I would kick my own ass. You understand? I would beat me. Or just go with like I'm doing, just do, left hand and right hand, just do them, record them separately. It's MIDI, so it doesn't matter. It sounds like they're played at the same time as we do it right. Um, but yeah, moved down south, had that keyboard, learned some stuff on that. I already was trying to start a band with my friend Chris Abear. Um, and then that never really materialized. I've been having dreams since very, very young that I was on stage, and I just heard like this really cool music that I liked a lot, and there's a lot of people in the audience, and I was on stage by myself, which didn't make any sense as a kid. Like how I'm on stage by myself, and there's all this music coming out. It's like a full band. So I'm by myself, but I just started like kind of following that idea because it was a really cool dream. I had dreams before that had happened to me. I didn't know if this was one or not. I wanted to talk about that a little bit, like vision boarding, like how and why it works. And I'm not saying necessarily it'll work for you, and I'm definitely not encouraging it because I don't know for sure. Like, you're supposed to lay your treasures in heaven, not here. But what made sense to me was that I saw an article asking about can particles move both forward and backwards in time simultaneously. And I was like, no, of course not, they cannot. What's happening is that particles here, it goes backwards in time. It's energy, so it can go as fast as it needs to go, beyond the speed of light, you know what I mean? Because it's just energy. Right? So it can just travel through time. It can go through anywhere, and basically goes through time enough that it comes back around here to superposition to where it's going to be going, comes back and basically sends this one forward. So it looks like it because technically this one goes without any kind of time constraints, but it goes backwards, which we don't really see, And when it touches here, we don't see that either. This now knows where it's going to be at all points in time, and starts following that path towards deterioration, towards whatever it is. So I was like, so no, it doesn't. It just appears that way, because time becomes irrelevant at that point. It's like that plunger, like, you can't play the pinball until you pull that plunger back and smack it, right? And how hard you smack is how far that ball goes. That's exactly what this thing does. It goes back in superpositions, like in whatever, and figures out where it's at. Much in a quantum way, In the quantum, where's all of us going? Where if we're a multi-cell, where are all of our cells going to be in the future? In that same way, when you're visioning a vision board, you're basically seeing yourself in that life. You're envisioning you're wearing the clothes. You're envisioning you got the car. You're envisioning the house, whatever it is, the wife or whatever. You're envisioning all that stuff. Your brain wants it. So it's going to start figuring out, even when you're sleeping away, a way to get that. It wants it. It wants it real bad. It's about that you put together a vision board. So you're actually projecting yourself into the future. Where will I be? You know what I mean? You're quantum. You're not time traveling necessarily, because it'll probably be different from what you kind of envision, because reality is almost always better than, because what you envision has no pushback, and so there's no story really. You get it, and they all live happily ever after, isn't it? But when you get there, that's not the way it is at all. Pipe has a leak, that you weren't counting on that. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that you weren't counting on. The hot water heater needs to be changed. Even if it's a brand new house, when you start getting old, there's just stuff you don't really think about, because that's what you're not supposed to think about them. And then causes things to happen that you go, oh, and then now you have shit to do. There's constantly shit to do. We're trying to extend. Without that, what do you have to do? Nothing. And you can serve the Lord, but then most people that would just sit around the house, really, without anything to really do. We just would. A lot of us don't have any drive. I mean, when you get some free time, do you really produce, or do you really relax? I really produce as much as I can. No, I mean, free time I kind of carve out for myself. Let myself just stop thinking and whatever. And I feel guilty the whole fucking time I'm doing it. I'm like, I should be at least thinking. I should be working. I should be writing a story. I'm just like, relax. You're going to burn out, man. You really are going to burn out. Because I've been, like I said, from 13 on, I've been writing songs since 13. My first week playing guitar, I wrote 11 songs. They sucked ass, but I wrote 11 songs. And during that process, every time I wrote, I found a chord that I could migrate. I try and find a complementary chord that I could switch to, that I can migrate also, so I could find all the notes in two different ways. Like an F chord, moving it up and down, and what it would take, lifting up at certain places to get, to adjust the scale. I didn't know anything about scales in it, but I knew what the sound, as I was going up, I was like, okay, that sounds cool. Half a step doesn't cool. What I didn't know was half a step. 1 to 2. Okay, that 2 sounds good. Let's try another 2. Why does that one sound bad? Let's go down half a step. Okay, that one sounds good. Now let's go up 2. Okay, that one, some reason it's like 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. I don't know. Probably the same reason why the 5th string is down 1. I don't know what that's all about, but I do know that this is an F chord, and it goes nicely with the C chord, and that it fits there. And if that wasn't there, it'd be a very weird chord. So maybe I don't know, But I didn't know the names of them, but I was like, I know this chord works. I know this chord works, and if that wasn't tuned that way, that would be it'd throw everything the fuck off. So I'm not here to change anything. I'm just trying to understand it. Okay, the vibration, boom, 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 and then the tighter you hold the string, which is the further up the neck you go, the higher the pitch, and the further down. Okay, cool. Well, you combine notes together. Okay, those sound like crap. Those sound weird, but kind of pleasing when you add in this third note. Do da 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 Very kind of like Alice in Chains type stuff because he's self-taught also. So of course there's going to be kind of similar sound, you know. And then I pull up, I don't know exactly what I'm doing or anything like that. So I pull up the Ramones. I am an empty lantern. Cause I wanna pay anarchy. Thoroughly steeped in that shit, man. You know, because that's the way I learned to play guitar. That's how I learned about what songs were, how to orchestrate a song together. That was my school, listening to those and playing along with them, you know. Just trying as quickly as possible to find the notes. Fortunately, they were all standard tuning, you know. There wasn't like drop D because I would have been fumbling around forever, like what. That's not make, but they weren't doing that. 'Cause, I mean, that would have been like a long stretch. Who plays like this? Nobody, asshole. Drop D. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. If I remember correctly, it might have been the other direction. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah. I mean, yeah. Senior year, I took lessons from Robert Owen. He was a dope guitar player, man. Good guy, man. One of our gigs that we had at, I talked about the Hell Weekend. He just showed up out of nowhere. I don't know if he heard our band was playing over the radio, you know, but that happened to us several times. That friends of ours that we didn't really. I mean, we put up flyers and stuff downtown, but we really didn't bother our friends about like when our gigs were. We'd tell them, but we wouldn't harass them after that. Strangers, yeah. Hey guys, we go, whoa, hey, why don't you do a flyer? Our friends are probably gonna be there anyways, so just whatever. And Pippi Longstocking. Sometimes, like, we weren't expecting a friend who, like, might live near to the Texas border, something like that, and like Sean Bryce, and so it's a pretty long travel for him to get from the Texas border, like downtown Shreveport. So, never expect him. But like the Spanish Inquisition, no one ever does, and there he is. With, oh God, like I said, that one story I want to tell it, but it's so funny, disturbing, and good. It's just we had practice, and he just shows up. Our drummer couldn't make it, and so I'm sitting there playing the drums and stuff, and then he just walks in the door, and so we're just kind of not goofing off. Our bass player was playing bass, and we had a friend that was on guitar, and he's from another band, and so he just gets on there, and we're just kind of goofing off, and I'm just improvising, whatever in Wisconsin. So we're not really doing anything. We're hoping that the drummer will show up eventually. He doesn't, and all of a sudden there's someone in the doorway, and I was like, okay, cool, up he's here, and so we're playing whatever, and all of a sudden he just walks straight towards me, turns a chair around, like we're sitting backwards, and just sits in front of this. Doesn't pay attention to anybody else. He just stares. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? What's going on? And he just, and I was like, I mean, we tidy up and shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing here, man? I just came to, hang out. And I heard you were practicing. I was like, you heard us practicing here? And he's like, yeah, I called your house and your dad told me. I was like, oh, okay, because that's not at all possible. He didn't have my number. He as far as I know. He didn't have my number. My dad couldn't have told him where we were at. We were renting a band room. That's all he knew. We were at a band practice. And I don't think Bryce knew where we practiced at, but he just showed up and he does that. I mean, like he just pops up. He's awesome, man. He's incredible. But yeah, it's just like, ah, and he's always got that grin, man. He's always just like, dude, are you gonna, sell me a car? Are you gonna try and get my soul? I don't know what's going on here, but what are we doing today? I don't have anything to do today. What are we doing? Yeah, I can use a car. Sure, let's do this. Why not? A soul from a car? How good is the car? Can I get it in gold? Fucking hell. So, yeah, man. Time passes and stuff, and I decided to do Cheap Gear Guy Discount Musical Instruments. And like I said, I was doing the Michigan Works and stuff, and they're doing testing and stuff like that. And they said that my tests were like high enough that I could do basically whatever I wanted to get into. They would back it. I was like, okay, I've got actually a business plan. And they said, okay, well, just to draw it up. And I was getting ready to draw it up, and that's when I've been doing my video reviews for free. I definitely wasn't thinking about money off of it. And I was going to do like this, I was going to go to the mall. I was going to try and revive the malls by bringing in video arcades into the movie theaters where you can rent the place and have tournaments. Or you can just rent the place and like split that big like 300-inch screen into like four 150-inch, and so you can have two people on this side, it's always got the thing coming in, two people on this side, two people on that side, and have like full surround sound and stuff like that. Or if you want to do like Bluetooth earbuds and stuff like that, surround sound headphones. We'd have every game that you can get, but you have to log into your own Xbox. You can't use any of our. We have every game like on like an external hard drive, from 360. Have like PlayStation, have all the different things, and all the different services. If you wanted to rent it and use it for like basically you're renting out the room and the equipment. You can either bring your own disc or whatever. You log in, and when people leave, we just sign everything out, make sure everything is signed out. All the Xbox and stuff that is not available for them to touch. They have wireless controllers, and if there's extra battery packs and stuff that's available. If anything happens, we know how many controllers went in, and those same should come out. And they shouldn't be covered in anything. If they are, you paid for it. You need a video game changed. Yeah, I need some help. Yeah, I would like to switch the game to. Do you guys have? You do. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't have to download it. No, we're loading it for you now. Oh yeah, it's loading right now. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. No, you're not touching the fucking Xbox in any kind of way, shape, or form. You fucking filthy animals. You guys are heathens. Why it's all over your hands? Why do they come back? Why do the controllers come back like that? What's up with that? Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with this? So, yeah. Like I said, if there's anything that anybody need help with or anything like that, I'd be happy to help out. But, yeah, so I decided to do Cheap Gear Guy. And I'll go ahead and check out. And the only thing that remains of it now is the Facebook of Cheap Gear Guy and of Equinox Musical Instruments. So, go here, view as that. No, there's nothing to be done. Oh, cool, I can check someone sent a message or two. Oh, really? Your fans can what? Your fan page has received a copyright warning. You need to contact the firm for your page if you do not confirm your system. What are you talking about? What copyright warning did we get? Okay, you're not able to send anything to this person. Oh, it's an ad box. So you're just trying to trick me. I got you. I'm glad I never bothered to fucking respond to you, dumbasses. Assholes. Trying to hack my shit, I'm sure. Yeah. Connect on Instagram. Not now. Maybe later. I have an Instagram, but I really don't use it. I got one real reason to use it. People are still liking the page, really interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look at Equinox. There's a professional dashboard. I don't need that. Just take a look there. Okay. Equinox Music is no longer in business due to COVID. Let's go ahead and expand you. Expand you. That's too much. That's a little too much, but that's alright. We can see everything right here, can't we? Yeah, we can. Alright, so. This is mine. I designed this. It's the Concorde. Can't really see that, can you? Why is it? Oh, because the screen is cutting off. Let's do. Why are you doing? Oh, because I went to the wrong one. On the wrong screen. Dude, I just can't get my head right this morning. Shrink it down just a little bit so it fits on the screen. Cool. There we go. That'll work. Love that guitar. Love that guitar. It's got so much disdain. It's got so much body and attitude. It sounds so good. It's like a Les Paul in a Stratish body. Just incredible. That's my Nephilim. That's another one I designed. It's got the see if I can zoom out. No, no, that's not you. Come on now. Monitor. Boom. So we got the Ibanez GSR, Paul Reed Smith, and Paul Reed Smith. I want to do one that's Paul Reed Smith and then a secondary Paul Reed Smith hook over there, like an SG of a Paul Reed Smith. He could always do it and double cut away, but I don't think they're going to do it, but who knows? That was one I was designing for the singer from Dirt Cloud Fight, Phil Merwin. I asked him what kind of stuff he liked, and I'd like to possibly build him one. And he was talking about like aluminum. Okay, I was like, oh, we're not in your league then. Like, if you want that kind of stuff, we can do like wood. And he asked like what kind of wood. I explained, and he said that you like the Jaguar body. And I was like, you want me to design you something all your own? He's like, yeah. So I showed him the shape, and he's like, yeah, dude, that's dope. He likes it. So, but then eventually, I thought it was gonna be more like that, probably with the 3x3 headstock. I don't know if that one had. Yeah, I did have 3x3 with the Equinox headstock, but that one's really cool. I like that. I like the Fender style headstock, but I mean, some of my left-handed bass, Concorde bass. That's because Sam, out in California, is a lefty. He's my very first Equinox customer, man. Very first person to buy. He bought 3. He bought a bass, and 2 guitars. And they messed his order up. And like a fucking saint, he was patient and waited for me to get it fixed and corrected. And he was able to sell the other ones. I think they sent him right-handed, but he was able to sell off the other ones. They did something. I guess they gave like a not a discount. They did something where basically it would have been more expensive for them to get the guitars back. And so he was happy that I think he was able to just at least keep them because they fucked up. It would cost more to send them back, so they remade them. And I might have had to buy them for like 100 or something like that, 120. It was something that I think out of my like profits I made off this sale, which it wasn't a ton. I think I paid like something like that, and I was like, "Is that cool?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so he kept the guitars, and maybe he might have paid that. I don't remember. I just know that he ended up with all the instruments and sold off the right-handed ones, and yeah, people liked them. Especially like the Paul Reed Smith. The Paul Reed Smith was the wrong color. It was like a blue, and it was supposed to be like a gold, I believe. Hopefully I have a copy of it. This is the original drawing of the Nephilim. Um, a little bit more aggressive um, than what I ended up settling on. So, but it was a good concept. This is what I was wanting to do from the very beginning. Was like just design something just kind of new that I really liked the look of. I was just borrowing pieces and shapes and contours from another guitar, from other guitars out there, the pop guitars. I really wanted to get one with a lock and tremolo because I do a lot of. I like to do the Jimi Hendrix style wah and things like that. I know wah. Damn it! Why did this thing not going back? There we go. And if we can move this, or I can scale it down a little bit more. Just go ahead and, yeah, do that right there. I love that. How about we do that? Go moving the screen all the time. Concord. This is the first one I got down that was actually Concord SI Standard Edition. I like that one. It's like a Les Paul with a Strat, but more flattened out. The Les Paul has a more of a roundish, and I made that thing flatten out. Flatten that booty. See, that's the way they usually go. They don't usually have this volume of a sharp though. I mean sharp with a hook, and I just carved that thing right along with the pick guard. So it'd be a little. They always have like a little hangover, and it comes out and kind of rounds. I'm like, nah, let's just trim it right up against that pick guard, man. That's gonna look sharp as hell. I like it. Photoshop is a hell of a thing, man. I really would love to get this. That cherry stain of that. Oh, that'd be so good. Zebra humbucker in the bridge would be really hot, and that jazz style in the neck, that'd be slick. Quill top and stuff. So yeah. Could make all of these very easily. And you start trying weird stuff, and it doesn't all work out. Doesn't all work out. There were some metal people asking me to do some more aggressive designs. And I was like, sure. And this one they seemed to like. And there's one, not that one. Where was it? That one they liked a lot. That. I call that one the Groove Monkey. Because people really liked that a lot. Different colors and stuff for it. But yeah. Groove Monkey. I don't know if I have the one that Mike wanted to design. Mike Nova wanted one. And I really wanted to, get it for him because, dope guitarist, playing Equinox. So fuck yeah, dude. That's the Concord 2. No, the Nephilim 2. It might be the Concord 2. I don't remember. But I like the exaggerated horns versus the other. But I also like to have although it does swoop, if you connect your eye, the eye actually goes straight. You see? It does go down. Connects. I like that a lot. I don't like the V. What's going on, Seth? You regular viewer or just tuning in? If you Seth Music, like you actually have music, I do that DJ Funky stuff. I don't know if you've seen that, but there's I do music, and so if you have some royalty-free music, I can share with people. I'd play it whenever I do my DJ Funky stuff. There's a stupid name. Is it a stupid name? Sure, but I have fun. If I get other people, I might get other people in and just do this. So yeah, that guy that's a kung fu dude, that wasn't me. All right, so I really like that green a lot, man. I really like the green a lot. I like the Tree of Life going down the neck. So I got one on my Nephilim when I got my Nephilim, I got it in the blue. I love that thing. There was a guitar in the pawn shop. I was pissed, man. Okay, so the other guitarist in the band had a guitar. He actually had two guitars, and I had a pretty shitty guitar, and so I needed one. And I've been just eyeballing this one at this pawn shop nearby our band room. So when I was waiting for him to finish work, I'd go down to the pawn shop and just rummage through what they had. And I had my eyes on this this Fender, and it had like a paint job on the outside. It was kind of like this. It was like a green speckle and stuff like that. And it was dope. And it was a Fender, it was an actual Fender. Or at least the headstock said Fender. Could have been anything, I don't know. So I tell the guitarist about it, and he's like, "Oh, that's cool." And I show it to him. I was like, "That's fucking cool, right?" He's like, "Oh, fuck, that's fucking dope, man." Because it had like a rough, bumpy paint job. Someone had done that, whatever that stuff is, the speckle paint or whatever the fuck it's called. And it was just dope. I'd never seen one like it. And so I finally get the money to get together. I had like 100. I just had to get like another 150 or whatever. I get it together, and I go in to go get it. It's fucking gone. I'd been checking on it, for weeks, and it was there. And I finally get it. I get the money, go in, gone. Go to practice. Who's got a new fucking Fender guitar? I was like, really, dude? That's fucked up, dude. You already have two good guitars. I've got one that fucking sucks. I mean, yay for you, you got it. But the one I showed it to you in two, I just got the money for it. I was just about to get it. I like that. I like the way that looks. It's a bit weird. So a bit artistic and jazzy a bit. So yeah, I learned a lot about Photoshop doing that. God, I like that one too. I like that a lot. The color. The bottom horn probably needs to be trimmed up a bit. Maybe like come in, swoop in, and maybe do like a hook. Oh, that might actually look really cool. Maybe even carve it out like it does like that, but have like a cutaway, for easy hand access. I don't know what to, if there was like a switch, if you had the toggle right there. So while you're playing, you can use your left hand. When you're in the high notes, you can flip it, you know what I mean, right there. And then just reach down to that one spot. You swoop down in here, which normally you wouldn't do, but there's like this toggle right here. It's right there with a cutaway. Not a complete cutaway, but like a cutout. So it does look like it have, a different color wood tone. Like if this was a darker wood, it had like the lighter wood. Fuck yeah. I'd probably change the inlays, maybe to like a block inlays. Yeah. Something to keep in mind. There's a really cool, I always try and come up with stuff that if people want like a Les Paul, you know what I mean, or a Strat, yeah, we've got options so they don't have to get like, I don't have to get sued or anything like that. The factory makes Les Pauls, and so all they'd have to do to make this is just take the horn. I mean, they have them ready to go. The body's just cut right there, you know, just cut that part off and then sand it down, paint the body. It's ready to go. You know what I mean? And it's basically the same thing as I can get them on arch top. I can get all that shit. You know what I mean? With the flame maple, all that shit. If it wasn't for the supply chain, 24 fret, 21, what, dotting lays, blocking lays, strung through the body. What do you, I mean, 2-point floating bridge, single coils, P90s. I mean, seriously, you can just change all that stuff for a very low price. It was really cool, and I was really hoping to catch on because I was making maybe like $50 per guitar, which I mean basically I was a glorified order taker. I found a couple factories that could get it done. One that could get it done really cheap and still good quality. But then I found another one that could do like about mid-grade Epiphone and had great quality. So if you couldn't quite make that, I had another backup. In case that wouldn't fit your budget. I was like, well, if we can take that same design, we probably won't get the arch top, but we can get a veneer top on there, and we can bring it to this other company. And I've tried both of them. The Nephilim was made there, and so was my Corvette knockoff. They're amazing instruments. I really like them a lot, but they feel a little bit rougher, but I like that feel. I had a Paul Reed Smith with this maple. Oh, it's spalted maple. I don't know if it was a veneer or what, but it was beautiful. And I got it set up at the local place, and it played so good. And it was my brother's birthday. He came to town, and I had a bunch of guitars in the room. I was like, pick whichever one you want. He was kind of leaning towards this the Stratocaster that looked like one he had when he was little. It was like, when we were younger. It's like, oh, this is remind me of the old Harmony. I'm like, yeah. I was like, you can have that, or you can have whichever one you want. He's like, really? I'm like, dude, yes, pick whichever one you want. I have a bunch around here. And he's like, can I have that one? I'm like, yeah. I mean, that's the one I just got set up for like $150. And on top of that, I mean, he plays out and stuff. It's just going to be advertisement for Equinox. And dude hasn't played shit really since then. We kind of have had a falling out. I'm just like, dude, and by the way, is that fucker you using that guitar? If not, I'll buy it back from you. That thing is a goddamn, it was professionally set up. It's as a player who used it, I'll buy it back from you. That thing is not a wall fucking decoration. It needs to be fucking played. If you're even strumming it, then keep it. But if not, man, sell it back to me for fuck's sake, dude. Huh. Interesting headstocks. You can do different shit, Up and down, different colors. Yeah, you can do different headstocks, different inlays. You can change all. You could change all that stuff back in the day, man. It was really cool. This is starting to get into ventures. I really like these a lot because I want them to be like kind of flat tops and or arch tops. But yeah, like the 2-point floating. I have my Stress Polycaster, which is a Strat with a zebra humbucker in the bridge and a mahogany body. And what I probably should have done is get like a P90 in the neck, so it'd be very different. But they didn't have like a pick guard for that. That's a little bit more specialized. So I just went ahead with the regular HSS. And so with this would be very weird to have an HSS if it's had an alder body. You know what I mean? If nothing else, like a Polonia body. Polonia is very light, and it's called Phoenix Tree. Very light, very warp resistant. I mean, it's a pretty amazing thing. It's got really nice grains to it, and cheap. Oh, so cheap, so inexpensive. Those basic, build guitars that you get from whatever, they have Polonia. That's why they're so light, and that's why they feel so whatever. But it's more warp resistant. I don't know what it is about it, but then it also grows back very quickly. So I mean, imagine your neck is more warp resistant. The body of your guitar is more warp resistant. I don't think they can do the neck in Polonia because I think it's got, I don't think it can handle the tension, but the body can. So yeah, I had a Telecaster made of Polonia, and it was dope. Sounded so good. Yeah. Not a big fan of that as much as I just like the way that this cuts away into that. You know what I mean? So again, I have a customer that did order one that was like this. He got a bass like this, and what he put some humbuckers in there, and he made it into I think it was a short scale bass. I don't remember. It was either shorter scale or longer scale bass. And it was supposed to have like a slightly higher strings on it, and I was like, oh, that is dope. It's more like a riff grinding machine. I was like, holy fuck, that is a dope ass idea, dude. But I would have to. I've been trying to figure out some way to get my own out of a just a regular standard bass, and like find a way to tune a bass that is somewhere in between guitar and bass. It's like right in the little sweet spot between the two. It's like the higher end of the bass and the lower end of the guitar, because no one's really playing in that area. The bass player doesn't play in that area. The guitar player's trying to play in that area. He should be playing in the mid range and higher. So stop all that 7-string whatever shit. Get the fuck out of here. Let the singer play this 4-string instrument that is just, you know what I mean, like maybe drop D style that's just chugging, you know what I mean? And so you can just big thick ass fucking strings. So you can just do one finger that motherfucker, you know what I mean? Between chords and or just one note, you know, like kind of like a bass in the higher, between, like I said, right between the guitar and the higher end of the bass. So let's go to the next. Yeah, but I would love to do one of these. His was this color. Yeah, it was like this. Hopefully I have some build pictures, so hopefully I have some in here. I love that one. I do want to get one of those. I'm just gonna start going faster now. See if we can get some of the builds. For the short horn. It's what this, the 212 VNT. Yeah, VNT short horn with this exaggerated back there. And the abalone, you can do that shit. Get abalone inlays and stuff, and yeah, 22 just short horn. Except for 22 with a longer horn, it doesn't seem like you could get in there very easily. When I first designed it, when I brought in the short horn, it made it a lot better. I like the P90s. God damn, that thing looks good. Yeah, that's Mike Novas. I don't know if that's the finished one. We did several different versions. We're moving things around and stuff. I think he finally said this might be the one he settled on. I'm not sure, but yeah, I was really hoping to get it to him. I was wanting to hope to get it, like, hopefully gift it to him. You know, if he did like reviews and shit. That way, he didn't have to pay shit, and that way I didn't have to like him. I could just get it shipped from overseas, from China, straight to him. Fuck yeah. See, if I would have increased I should have done the scoops right there, and it would be the Paul V. Smith. I was talking about the short horn SG. Yeah, see, it's always a couple. So that might have been the one. They might have been the one he decided on after all. There's obviously different ones. We just uploaded them all. They're very slightly different between the amount of wave and the amount where these things are located. It's very small, but I mean it matters in the final, in the long run, the look and everything. And the main thing about it, one of the reasons I want to do Equinox is if he can, if I can't be the next Kurt Cobain, maybe I can sell him his guitar, his first guitar, which would be like, I want people to get obsessed with their instrument. The more you're obsessed with your instrument, the more you touch it. The more you touch it, the more you play it. The more you play it, the better you get. So if you can't walk by the room without going, damn, that thing is beautiful, and just spending like 5-10 minutes playing it, it's more than if you just walk, you know what I mean? And that's your first instrument. So you have just a natural inclination to, you designed it. There's nothing else when you walk by, like, why did I design it like this if I'm not going to play it? Sell it off or whatever you're going to do, but I mean, you gotta decide what you're going to do. I really wish I would have hooked this was going to be the Kenwick. Keith, my brother, I was asking him if he wanted the one that had done himself, if he wanted one for himself, a model of his own. And he said, yeah. I was like, well, I mean, I could draw something. Do you have any designs? He said he didn't have any designs. And I was like, well, what are you into? I'll design something that's, He's like, more into like classic shapes, SG, Strats, and whatever. And I'm like, okay. Okay, cool. So you like the, okay, yeah, okay, I got you. And then I came with this idea, which I put more, like I said, more hook to it. But this would be the Kenwick, because that's what they call them, Kenny B. Rips and Kenwick and a lot of different things. Lots of aliases you can go by if you want to. Telecaster. Yeah, there we go. Another Mike Nova. Another Mike Nova. See how it shifted there just a little bit? When they're back to back, you can see the differences. It doesn't, if you ever separate, you're like, what's the difference? That. I don't see the difference. One in between, you would never see it. Yeah, see? It's just a little tiny bit to fine tune it to exactly where it should sit. Is that correct? Is that too far down? Is it too whatever? I think that might have been. I might have done that where I put it too far down. We might have corrected it with, yeah, to that. I'm not sure. But one of these is actually his. I've got this saved in this as the final copy, the final version. This is where we started out at. Before adding the FL to it and stuff. I really want one of these. So bad. I want one of these. I want either. No. Come on now. You don't have any more? I guess I don't. It's like it's loading or something. I don't know. Okay, there we go. That one's pretty cool. I like that one. It's alright. That's pretty cool. Oh, The Venge. I love that one. I want that one a lot. That one. That's what I'm thinking about getting. I'm thinking about getting it made. It's going to cost about like 300 something, maybe like 4 from my factory, the factory I use. And as long as I'm buying just for me, it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because if the supply chain gets interrupted again, I'll just be liable to me, and they'll get back to me when the supply chain gets backs up. The one guy that I had one order going out. If he had not kind of changed his mind so many times, we could have got it done quicker, and it could have gotten out, and then whatever. But he happened to order right before they're about to go on a vacation for 2 weeks. After that vacation for 2 weeks, the COVID hit, and yeah, man. So he had to wait a long time. I'm like, I'm really sorry, dude. And I was like, I can't do this to anybody else, because I mean, what if this guy thinks I'm screwing him over? I'm not, you know. Eventually got to him, so he didn't want he had a special thing on the nut how he wanted it, so it didn't come filed for the right size that he wanted. They left it his size because he had specific sizes he wanted, and so he's kind of upset about that. I was like, but you said you wanted. They don't have the tools to get the size that you want, so they just send it the way it is, and you can adjust it yourself. It's very simple. When you're talking about how you can get a luthier to do it, I'm just like, it's not. I mean, I got a toolkit that, I mean, I've got the stuff. It was like the whole kit to do it myself was like freaking like $12, $15. And you have all the stuff you need to do that, including the gauges and shit. I didn't say that to him. One guy took the freaking guitar apart. I was like, what are you doing, dude? Why would you do that? Well, I had to show you where the problem was. Like, you had to take the guitar apart to show me where the problem was? Yeah, it's underneath the fretboard. Underneath the fretboard. Are you playing underneath the fretboard? No. Well, then, what are you doing, man? And they're talking about other stuff. I'm like, okay, you understand that if you hadn't taken it apart, I could just go ahead and say, yeah, sir, I'm going to go ahead and get that back. But you said, one of the first things you said is you took it apart. How do I know what you did and what you didn't do? And he's like, oh, now you're blaming the customer. I'm like, I'm not blaming you shit, but how do I know? You know, how do I know? And he starts going off. I'm like, any other store, like Walmart, whatever, would have told you just to go away. I love this place. I had something along the lines of seismic. I don't remember what the thing was, but I wanted it to be just like thunderous. Yeah, somewhere between the Ibanez and a Spectre. Yeah, if you had admitted to like just taking it, taking it apart, I would offer you up, whatever you need. But I don't know what we did and what we did. And it's coming up with the one I like. It's like a brown one. That one. Holy crap, I want that so bad. I halfway want to sell the Strat I do have and trade for this. I just like it so much. I like the look of it so much. Maybe take a lighter. No, I'm looking at the other screen there. On this one screen it looks darker, but over there on the other screen it looks like nice night gloss. Maybe a little bit lighter, but something on that. Yeah, this is the vintage, the 22. It has that long horn right there. So when I got the short horn, it's much easier to play that. I could probably move the neck up or something. Bigsby. Oh, I hate that thing. That's so ugly. Concord. I really want to get this one. Oh, that one's the, it's in the autumn. I don't remember what it was. Vernal, maybe? Yeah, I think it's the Vernal. And the other one was called I don't remember what it's called. Oh, wow, that popped. That popped. Holy crap. That's crazy. Yeah, things are starting to go, man. It's done here, I guess. Yeah, the Wrath is I want that one too. I would dedicate that one to Walter White. Buckle, 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 buckle. Let me see if I can find some build pictures and so I can show you that shit real quick. Pretty dope. Photos. Yeah. So this is the start of one that was became a teardrop. And that was like the design he wanted. He wanted those teardrop thing right there. And then so we got the Vox eventually. There's a building in it. There's the teardrops in there. That one he drops. Then its body. There's my Concorde being built. The black Concorde. Got a little arch top, a little bit of a thing to it. Yin Yang's going down the neck. Dope ass headstock. Coming out of the nut and that straight shot pretty much helps the tuning so much. They're just so stable, man. It's really cool. Look at that thing. That's just, oh, God, it's so good. So good. It's got two P90s in it. It just sounds so just fat and good, man. Oh, yeah, this guy worked there's a school. He ordered this one. And so I guess they're going to stay at the school and it's going to be like the student one. So I'm hoping that the students grow up and play on that, and they dig it and it just stays in that school. And so they all go like, yeah, the first thing I played was an Equinox. That'd be so cool. Well, he got what he wanted for the price he wanted to pay. The original Concorde design. They're putting it together. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, the inlays in there. That one I had made over China. That's an Equinox right there. Dude, this guitar smelled so good inside there. It was like, I was talking in the review, I was like, not that this is really anything, but it smells really good inside there because like I think the sides were rosewood and whatever. The inside just smelled awesome, dude. You're never gonna buy a guitar, and like I bought the guitar the other day, and it smells really cool. But this one did. This one smelled really cool. And then when you strum, it made the air sound. The air was pushing out, and so it just kind of gave this smell that's coming out there. I was like, man, this rolls, dude. The rich mahogany. Yep, I got the Diving Doves on my guitar. I got the custom headstock there with the little kind of like the open book end with the steel closing it there. This is the shape that they had, and it has an electric pickup in it. It has there's my Concorde SI, the white one. I got a white one and a black one. It says Equinox Concord SI. Man, I fucking love that thing. That thing was sustained forever, dude. It'll hold a note for just fucking ever. I love it. Using with that Ebo, oh my god. So this one was really cool. Yeah, the Roman numerals going down. That was dope. I was like, yeah, dude, that's cool. A lot of lefties contacted because I had never charged for extra for a left. Nothing more than what if they charged me like a $5 difference. It wasn't like, okay, yours gonna be $4. No, it's, if there's five, I'm like, that makes no sense that you'd have to pay that. I'm not passing that on to you. That'll come out of my profit, dude. Fuck that. Just because you're left-handed, no. How great of a piece of shit do you have to be like, okay, the left-handed ones, even if it costs them extra on that, you know what I mean? Just so that you like for left-handed, you're not passing that extra $5. Not only is it $5 more, but you want to profit on that too? Just fucking scumbags, man. Fucking scumbags, and no one committed any crime here. You just don't need as many of them because not so many people are left-handed. So being a one-off, it costs like $5 extra, and then you're like, yeah, I'm not eating that. I know it's a $400 guitar, but I am not eating that $5. Fuck and that. So Equinox, this was really cool. Nurkoids up there, and yeah, Nelson Tremblay in Canada. He's yeah. I don't know what the fuck's going on with people with Canada, man, but Canada's just fine by me. I don't know what the hell is people's problem, dude. They got their shit together way better than we do. You know, I can tell by the posturing Trump's doing that what ended up happening is he went to go suspend the tariffs to both Mexico and Canada. And Canada said no. They took his hand off the steering wheel, like, no. You can rescind your little fucking tariff, whatever. We rescinded ours last time. This time you're moving forward. We're not playing this game where you just keep coming in playing fucking, you know? We're done. We're not going to play your game. You're not in control. Because Trudeau, while Trump was talking about getting rid of walking back the tariffs, Trudeau was announcing we're in a trade war. Dude, that is going to be so bad because Trump's up there like, we don't need them, we don't need this, we don't need that, we got our own shit, we got this and this. We can get that, but we're not ready for it yet. So if they just shut it off right now, oh, dude, it's going to be so bad. It's going to be so bad. His own supporters are going to fucking lose their shit. I love that acoustic. It's really good. It took me a while to get it set up, but with the locking nut there, I don't really use it, but it's metal. So it doesn't really it doesn't harm it for the resonance or when it resonates. I just take those off there. I didn't know what their quality was going to be, and I figured if nothing else, if it wants to get tuned up, I could clamp it down. You know, if these slipped or something like that, but they don't. You know, I did have to set up the bridge a little bit. Yeah, there's like a strip underneath there that's the piezo pickup. I had to adjust that a bit, and I had to, like, they put the saddle in, but they didn't adjust for the fact that there was a piezo in there. And so I just had to sit this piezo next to it and draw a line and then just file and file and file and file until it sat right. And then once I did that and put it in there, it just sat perfectly. The strings weren't as high. I mean, it was just awesome. It's been working great ever since, man. It's been just amazing. Sounds good. All that stuff. So cool, man. You can order whatever you want. I got one that had Space Invaders down the neck. It was so cool. I think the mothership was on the top and all the different ones along the way. There's my guitar. I love that thing. That's a Stress Polycaster, man. Yeah. ST-112. That's the original one, because it's 0001. So the serial number on there and everything. Yeah, look at that. Oh, check this. This one went to Nelson Tremblay. That left-handed. Oh, look at that. He did a demo, and it was so good, man. I mean, it's like a very kind of Beatles-esque, if you will, but it's got the violin bass. It has that kind of that sound. He even said that it's great for that sound, but that there's nothing on the instrument, but that type of guitar, the type of bass or whatever is kind of a one-trick pony. And so, I mean, like it's got that kind of sound that it has, that Beatles-esque kind of sound. It doesn't really do much else. And I was like, yeah, I hear you. I mean, I don't know if you could change the pickups in it to do something else. This one was the Sunny Hair. Yeah, Paul Reed Smith. And not only can you design the inlays and stuff like that, and what kind of pickup configuration you want, how many like tone and volume controls, what kind of bridge you want, which you want the wraparound. You can also do whatever type of headstock you want. This was a 7-string that we did that went to Puerto Rico. Yeah, I believe Puerto Rico. And so I helped to design the Equinox Instruments. I helped to design the tree of life going on the neck, because it's not. He wanted more of a Egyptian themed, and so we found this one that was. Damn, this thing is sweet. They have strung through. I mean, what's it called with the neck through? Neck through. Not just a set neck, but they have that also. This the neck through, and then the set neck. But this one's like, yeah. So we found a nice design, and let's see if they'll show. Yeah, I helped them tweak it, because right here was something else, and so he wanted something right there. So he wants an Egyptian kind of theme. So we chopped out whatever was here, and I found the Eye of Ra, put it in there, and I colored it so they would know what color to do it. And they just swapped it out and did it, man. It was dope. It was very nice. So 2012. Yeah. Who? Oh yeah, Equinox. Yeah. Yeah, there's Sonny's. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to get a T-shirt printer, so that when you got your guitar, there was like $200 for the printer, and so I'd go buy from like China in bulk, like like black T-shirts and red T-shirts and white T-shirts, and just have a closet full of different sizes of different colors. And as people buy a guitar, whatever model, whatever design you had for your Equinox instrument logo, that's what I would send you free of charge for your T-shirt. It'd have like it small in the front, like where the pocket should be, and then on the back it would have it big in your font that you chose, free of charge. I just, and they might say like cheap gear guide, discount musical instruments or something like that, or maybe have the sun. It'd be something tasty where it's not like tacky, where it's like cheap gear guide. You might just say CGG or you know what I mean. This one was also went to Nelson. These are close, very close. Let me back off and see if we can get, the Telly, Bo Belly, Banana Fallon, Mo Melly. Took a shower, so no smelly. Telly. Tala. They're making the neck right there. They're making Sonny's guitar. This is so cool, man. I mean, because like I said, yeah, that's the way he wanted it to look on the. I can't. That might have been. No, that's Nelson's. So that was my design right here was original here, and he came up with. Oh, I remember this one. He actually wanted a discount on that, so he said, "What if I have it shipped to you? You do a review on it, and then." Ship it from there to me, and I was like, I went with the shipping extra. I don't know how much it's gonna discount it, but I mean I can get it like at basically at cost, and then we'll see. And it saved him like $50, $60 like that, and so he was fine with it. So I kept it for a couple of days, put some flat wounds on it, did a review of it. Oh, it was so dope. I've been wanting a hollow body ever since, man. The abalone inlays. but because he got this for a friend, and yeah, that's Sonny's, I believe. And that was Nelson's. Nelson came up with that. Nercoids. He came up with this design because he was, and I was like, I gotta admit that is better. That is more professional. I do like the other one for more of a, like a laid back, and that would be actually pretty cool. Like if it looks like that is one of our, Epiphone levels, and if it has the other design, like this design, that could be our lower model, so you can tell the difference because it just looks cheaper. It doesn't look as good. The other one looks more corporate, and that way you get an Equinox either way. There's no like Equinox and Gibson and Epiphone and whatever the even lower one is now that people start using Epiphone because it's pretty good. And then always away, man. They Gibson was like gold standard. So people wanted a cheaper option. So they go with Epiphone. Epiphone was like $150, like $400, $500. And then they started learning they could hot rod it and putting in new pickups and stuff and different tuning keys. This thing was so good. The diving bass, it was so good. And it probably is wherever it is right now, where Keith has it. And there's my bass. I still have that one. I don't have this one anymore. Don't have this one anymore. Sold to this guys in an Aussie band. Aussie Osbourne cover band. That one was one of the first ones that I was able to sell. I needed to try some new guitars out, and so I had to sell some of my inventory that I had so I could try some new ones because they agreed to give me another business grant of a little bit more money to get some more instruments, but I needed about like 150 extra. I mean, not 150. I needed about like $200-$300 maybe. It wasn't very much. I was able to sell some for pretty cheap. So I didn't sell all of them. I kept that one, and then there's some other ones I'll show here probably before too long. I gave that one to my brother. Otherwise, I would have kept that one. Fatty, fatty, fatty. Opening the first package, dude, that was such an exciting day. That was the first day that, it seemed like any of the Equinox instruments at all. I was so worried they're going to be bad, and as I'm opening them up, they're just each one is getting better and better looking. I'm like, holy crap, this is going to be awesome. People are going to love this. They're going to be able to get like the way cheap custom design, you know what I mean? Cheap as hell. And then it's like nobody was like really interested. It's all right. So I found another company that can do even better quality for a cheaper price, and kept plugging along. Still no real interest. So, yeah, this is Sam's house. I told you this is like the gold color it should have been. For some reason, they painted it blue, and they did it right hand. They just completely messed it up. And they had this one right here. And that was like more of an orange color, and it was facing the other direction. This one, they messed that one up really bad too. And again, it's facing the other direction. All three of them were right hand instead of left hand. Yeah, through the body, as you can see. I don't. No, that's superimposed on there because that's what he was showing me that he wanted for that one guitar. I was like, hey, I don't know if we can do that headstock, but I'll see what we can do. Yeah, there's the review for the J3. So, yeah, the original design. There's his design. And my design. Another design. Okay, we're back around the beginning, aren't we? Yeah. So anyways, that's like been on a trip down the Equinox Instruments lane and talk about music and stuff. There's always ways to do stuff, so there's no reason not to. Get into stuff, man. Just, see what you can get into. It never hurts to ask. You never know what you're going to find out, so. I've gotten so much cool ass shit by just being brave enough to actually ask. You know what I mean? So much dope shit. Just having the courage to ask. No one else had the had the bravery to fucking ask. And so of course they see me do whatever it is, and people are like, "Oh, can I?" Like, no, of course not. Why would he? Because he fucking asked. Like, he did it the right way. He came up to me, was cool as shit, and just asked. I can let one person through. I can't let all of you guys. Fuck no. Hey man, I mean, there's no way you can get me like through there, right? Because I mean that's my favorite dude right there. Could you just let me through? Yeah, sure, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, man. Why not? Oh, hey man, none of you guys fucking asked. Fuck you. Anyways, damn, we're already at 2 hours. Holy crap a hole. Crap a hole anonymous. Crap anonymous. Crap tastically. I don't know. I'm gonna get something to eat and maybe get some sleep and then get some smoke some more and then get something to what are we doing today? Anybody got any clues of what we're doing? I don't know what we're doing today. I don't know. Thanks for tuning in for the Saturday music talk. I don't know if it'll be a regular thing or if it'll just be Saturdays, because I don't do much on Saturdays. My studio's closed. I close down my music and stuff. It's a Sabbath day. I take it, I keep it holy, and I rest, man. I usually don't even go to the store on Saturdays, but Sundays, man, I get right back at it. So this Sunday, I gotta get back into my exercise routine. I've been down for a couple of weeks, just taking it easy, trying to reset my tolerance to the exercises, because I was getting to where I, hadn't pushed really, really hard. So I figured if I take it easy for a little bit, my muscles get used back to, doing nothing. And so then just even a little bit of exercise will help boost it up, or whatever I'm doing, it won't be as slow. That's the main thing. I'm maintaining it what I was when I decided to take this little break. I'm not going up in weight. I'm actually coming down. I'm at 180. So yeah, it's just coming down slowly but surely. And so if I start exercising again this next week, it might even be like 2-3 weeks before it's all trimmed the fuck out. You might see me come on here with no shirt. That's right, motherfucker. I once was fat, now behold. Now, believe it or not, underneath the fat, I actually have like a really good core. Because I used to do a lot of exercises when I was young, and they just got out of shape, over the years, and then different stuff, and now I'm just getting back into like light exercise, and it's just like, oh yeah, remember this? We just got and then muscle burns fat faster. So yeah, that's you want a helpful hint. Stay active, whatever it is. I do one of those Asian squats for like 30 seconds every morning. It helps get the bowels and stuff going, because you're like just, it's a good thing to do. Just 20-30 seconds at least. And then eating better, and then exercising. I just break it down into like, reps of, however much, but I end up getting like, 100, 200 crunches, and like 40 push-ups and shit, so. And then do some of the walking, what are those hammer throws where you do the elbow to the knee? Is that what's called, hammer throw? You cross over in the middle. Yeah, man. So it's tightening up all that shit. It's pretty dope. So anyways, no more so to talk about music. I mean, I've got plenty to talk about, but I got no more for you right now. I'm going to go play some guitar or something. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'm going to open up, what's that called? What's it called? THU. THU. Are you going to open up? Are you going to lock up? What's going to happen? Because it froze up last time. I don't see it opening. There we go. Yeah, it's there. Fudge, yes. Fudge, yes. Matter of fact, we could even do a screen share, couldn't I? Window capture? No, not window capture. Is it? I don't know that stuff over there anyway. It's just main things. We're looking at these. All right, licenses demo. No, my shit's legit, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, that's what I thought. THU Essential, and yeah. Get rid of these. Can I get rid of those? Yes, good. Sweet. Alright, well, I'm gonna go play around with myself. I'm gonna go play with myself. Put on some guitar and stuff, and maybe bang some drums and try and write some new shit. I want to come up with another. We got 3 songs down with Troth. Got to come up with one more. I want it to be an interesting instrumental that's not like, too mellow, not too heavy. We got 2 kind of heavy. Got one that's pretty mellow that I really like a lot. I like all of them, but then I want this 4th one to be an instrumental that's just every bit as good as, it's as engaging as a sing along. Because you get a lot of instrumentals that are just not as engaging. So I want to try to accomplish that. I don't know if I will be able to. I might end up having to put vocals to it just to make it engaging. I don't know, but that's my goal. And so I gotta start writing on something. And you can't be here for that. You hear all the mess to the magic, you might figure out how my mojo works. You can't have my mojo. I gave you all my mixing tips and trips and ticks and tricks and triminutes. It's a musical festival. Wouldn't you slap your coworkers if they all sang everywhere you went? Ah, the dick. I'm a moment before I embarrass myself anymore. You guys have a good day, good evening. I don't know. I'll see you again sometime in the future, if there is such a thing as tomorrow. Otherwise, it's just now forever. Out.